Hello, this is High Templar with my new Total War Warhammer series mod reviews. And I wanted to start this new series with something pretty big and pretty important. So one of the most downloaded, subscribed mods, Radious. Radious is a very big mod. It's actually a series of mods that goes back in Total War series. And this is just the newest installment for Total War Warhammer. And it's actually composed of two parts. One is the unit part and one is just your basic mod part. And because this mod is so big, I need to divide the mod into several parts. In the first part I will talk about campaign. So if I download the mod, that means I most likely have been playing vanilla version for quite some time, and I just wanted to try something new, see if something different. And for the same reason, I would like the mod to be, well, more challenging, a bit harder than the normal one. And that's normally what I would expect from the mod. It doesn't seem to be the case with this one. I will show you what I mean right now. So this is 15th turn of my Empire campaign in this in Radious, and my territory is not so big because Marienburg and the orcs have declared war on me, so the orcs are no more and the Marienburg is mine. Entire Westland is actually mine. So this mod actually makes it quite easier to keep your public order in check, because normally you would have to build a tap room, and tap room just would give you +4 public order. Now it not only gives you 5 public order, but also 3% research rate and up to 7% research rate, and at the same time it gives you units that you can recruit. And some of that units are pretty powerful, like those huntsmen. So because this bonus for public order is bigger, and because your normal empire buildings is already giving you some bonus, it's making a game easier, but not only because of that. Now, this buildings also generates a bit more money. I believe it was 50 less, but Waving House also generates more money by a bit. Yeah, that's true, but also little bit by bit. And also Clay Pit generates a little bit more money. At the same time, the Wavering House decreases recruitment costs for all the units that we have. We also have lots of new units, as you can see here, like a massive amount of new units here. I will review them later on in the next part, but that makes being able to recruit new units from 2 different buildings if necessary is also something cool, because you can get Rights Guard from here or from here. You can get Dagval Patrol Cav from here or from here. And this will be more important for other factions, but for Empire it's useful. It's certainly useful. So we have more money, but at the same time our troops upkeep cost less. For example, standard swordman costed, actually let's show it in the building, it will show better, 100 and now it's 80. Or the militia 110, now it's 80. But that's not such a big difference, you would say. Well, yeah, that's true. But for example, upkeep for Rice Guard was 300 and now it's 150. That is half of what it was. In fact, the more elite the unit is, the more percentage wise it is the less it is the lessened is the cost, because for example greatsword, where are you? Greatsword used to cost like 337, I would say. No, 237. Now it's 115. So that is twice less. Obviously, the bigger roster is also very useful, because we have lots of elite troops here, and we have something even more powerful than your normal Rise Guards or Demigryphs. For example, just look at those Knights of Blazing Sun. Let's first look at the Rise Guard. 126 armor, 35 melee attack, 42 defense, 40 weapon strength, and 60 charge bonus. Comparing this Knights of Blazing Suns, 44 melee attack and, you know, blazing, 52 damage, 52 defense, 42 damage, armor piercing, and 80 charge. That Knights of Blazing Suns are better in every possible way. So you have lots of more elite troops, but also Knights of Blazing Suns cost only 15 more than your Rise Guard, and this is the same for any other units here. For example, Imperial Footmen, or dismounted Knights of Blazing Suns with sword, which are quite potent little fellas. 126 armor with silver shield, 48 attack, 61 defense, and 47 weapon strength with additional anti-infantry bonus, and charge defense versus all. So this is very powerful units that you can get. So you have more money. Upkeep is lessened by much, because now the greatsword costs only a little bit more than normal swords in normal game. It makes sense to get rid of all your elite troops and get all your non-elite troops and get the best ones as soon as you will get. But also, if you will see my main army, you will see that my militia, for example, which I'm still using for a short time, is rank 6 already, rank 5, rank 6. But I'm in 15th turn of the game. That means my guys will rank up a lot faster. And because my guys will rank up a lot faster, it is even more important to change your troops to elite ones. At the same time, you would see, because you will have more armies, because you will have more troops, because you can afford more with those little bit of money, but in a decreased upkeep, you would think that your enemies will also put up quite strong armies to rebalance that. But actually, most likely it's not the case. Most common armies I fought were looking like that. There were some mixed armies when you could see more powerful troops like those one. There were some pistoliers. There are some spears and sword here, but you can also see some more advanced troops here. Still, Dark Vault Patrol, not very potent one. My troops are not elite yet, because I decided to destroy my master field in the training field in Aldorf, because I only need level 3. But as you can see here, I will get new troops, those very elite troops, in 4 turns. And once I will get my Knights of Blazing Sun, dismounted Knights of Blazing Sun, it will be all over, because I will field it in every army, and those guys are much better than 2 swordmen, because that's the difference in upkeep. 2 swordmen for single Knight of Blazing Sun, dismounted. And also mounted Knights of Blazing Sun are pretty amazing. So yeah, What you will get with this mod is bigger battles, a lot bigger battles. You will be able to create multiple full stacks, like I've created here, for example. Those armies are not full, but this is 15 turn. I already have 3 armies that I can possibly fill up to full stacks in 2 turns. Mostly full stacks in 1 turn, and I still have money for that. And then I can fight my enemy 2 elite stacks against their single stack, and that's not going to be a real fight, will it? Now, you might think that Chaos draw a short straw in this, because they cannot keep their stacks together closely, so they will have to keep their armies apart to avoid attrition, and they will be picked up by more powerful enemy all around him. So that was exactly my thought. So what I did is play the Chaos campaign, obviously. And let's just see what happened there. Now, if you do like big battles, this is definitely mod for you. However, remember that you won't be able to manage those armies that well. And also that you won't see your normal units as soon as you will get that turn 20 and get those elite ones. You will exchange them as soon as possible. Now this is turn 16 for my Chaos Warriors. And as you can see, I already have 3 hordes. And that in itself should make you wonder what the hell happened here. Firstly, let's look at the money. Having 3 hordes, quite big ones, as you can see, I am positive in 1300, more than 1300 gold. My background income was increased by 1000, and horde buildings now produce 700, but those horde buildings are your standard horde buildings. My Unholy Legion produced 400 and Ruinous Host 500. Palanquin of Trophies not increased that much, but still, you know, I get anything I can get my hands on. At the same time, upkeep for the units was greatly decreased. So the Chaos Warrior costs 52, but this is without the Chaos Shrine. It's actually, base cost is 100, so after Chaos Shrine it will be 42. Right? If I can get Ruinous Host, it will cost, and the Chaos Shrine, it will cost 40. And if I can get Reliquary of Chaos, single unit of Chaos Warriors would cost 32 for upkeep. Can you imagine that? 32 for upkeep, and your standard chosen is here, but that is without 15% decrease, right? Also, the Chaos Warriors got a huge boost in the rooster, because, you know, maybe there was little shortage of elite troops in Empire for infantry, because cap-wise we got demigriffs. But we know that Chaos struggles when it comes to ranged units. Now, your Unholy Furons that you can get very fast gives you Chaos Riflemen, and those guys have 30 ammo, 160 range and 24 damage, at the same time having very high armor and leadership, just like your normal dwarves. And they also have crossbowmen, which have even bigger range, but are, you know, not that great. So we have more range units in Chaos, that is making this game a lot easier, and we have your standard cav that I can get before the Chaos Knights, because I am getting them from my standard building here. And also from my standard buildings I can get some pretty elite units, like those Flesh Hounds of Khorne. You remember how you get to rid of the Poison Warhounds in your Chaos army because you just needed more powerful units like Chaos Knights. Yes, those hounds were great, but you need something better basically, more elite. Now, the Flesh Hounds of Khorne got you covered. And even those guys are almost chosen, but the upkeep cost is much less, and there is 100 guys inside. But as you can see, rank 6 unit of chosen is only slightly better than them. Sorry. Here, only slightly better, but there is 100 of those guys, so pretty good match. And those guys also have charge defense against all. So, how can I get that number of hordes? Well, the growth is 16 for the Archeon. For this guy, it's 10. So I can get this horde very fast and expand it very fast, because this is giving me +7 horde already, +7 growth, this +8. So I can get many hordes even faster than you think, because again, there is decrease in the number of population surplus cost that you need for the next horde. In the vanilla, it was +4 for each new one. In this one is +2. So you can imagine how powerful those hordes can get if after like 15 turns each of those hordes can get full stack of Chaos Warriors that cost less than Chaos Marauders. And in fact, each of those hordes will get their own income. And that's pretty amazing. So the Chaos Warriors got enormous boost in the campaign. Very easy to play them right now. Very easy. So let's have a look into the greenskins, shall we? While most of the public order problems were connected to greenskins, because that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, greenskins are not very peaceful people, so keeping them in check should be problematic. When we got like a tap in Empire from the level 1 buildings and then ending at a level 3, so you can get those in normal buildings, for the orcs you are getting boss tent, right? And to get maximum level, you needed to build it in your main settlement. Now, those boss tents are getting actually boosts, so it's +1 boost, but it is a boost. So you can just build 2 of those, and you will get +14. As you can remember, the difficulty and extortion level is only -12, so +14 would negate that completely. At the same time, if you want to buy something, now it makes sense to build those because of the elite unit differences. Now it makes very much sense to build those Black Orcs as soon as possible, because you can afford them, right? Because this is producing more money, and this is producing more money, and this is producing more money quite significantly, and at the same time increase research rate. So this is additional 200, and all boys costing 80 only, but your standard Black Orcs upkeep cost is only 125. And you can get it even lower because, for example, the Grimgor has already a decrease in price, so it's 113. And you can, yeah, basically you can build entire army of Black Orcs. You will be able to afford that quite easily. And I don't think why you shouldn't, because now you have extended roster that also gives you Black Orcs with shields, for example, here, with very high melee defense and still armor piercing, right? Still armor piercing, still high charge bonus, but now they have silver shields, and I mean silver shields. So they are quite resistant. So yeah, I feel that this is all I wanted to say. In general, if you are like very big battles and you want to have your two armies clash with the enemy and totally shred him with some very, very powerful unit, it is the mod for you. It is really the mod for you. If you like lore friendly mod, this is not a mod for you, unfortunately, because, for example, those guys knobs are actually from Warhammer 40k, and there are some other slight mistakes, although this is a very good mod, and I will talk about the units in detail more later. However, like I said, I would expect the mod to be more difficult, and now the legendary is like a breeze, basically. Like you've seen me in Chaos Warriors totally devastated those dwarves and going further, growing faster than my enemies, or with my Empire campaign, which I'm very close to building, very elite army, and my army that's already there are pretty powerful. The one last thing that I have forgot to mention is the skill points. Actually, whenever your lord levels, he will get 2 skill points, at least 2 skill points. I think there is 3 later, and your agents will get 2 skill points from level 5, if memory serves me well. The point is, you can get your lord very fast to, the savages. Actually, no, don't go that boys with Grimgor, because you will get all those Black Orcs. So, savages and Ardlads. And you can get that like level 5, and that get him to Blade Master, and Deadly Blade and chop us, and your Grimgor will devastate anybody. And most of the lords that you will be fighting from your enemy will be level 1, so you will have even greater advantage over your enemy. Yeah, this is it. I hope you like it. If you did, press like. If you want to comment, please leave a comment. And I also would like to recommend my other videos from Total War Warhammer, but also different games, and my Let's Plays. Thank you for watching, and see you later.